In today's video, we're going to be going over my top 5 combo guards in the 2023 NBA Draft. If you haven't watched my last video over the top 5 guards in this class, be sure to check that out, and I'll attach a link at the end of this video. During that video, I discuss how I break down the positions for prospects coming into the draft, being guards, combo guards, wings, forwards, or bigs. So if there are any players missing from this list that you think really should be on here, there's a chance that we could see them down the line. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And with that being said, let's get started with some honorable mentions. My first honorable mention is Jalen Hood-Schifino out of Indiana. Hood-Schifino's a 6'6" freshman guard who I think really strives with just his basketball IQ and willingness to keep the ball moving, whether he gets an assist off the play or not. He's currently averaging 10, 4, and 4 with shooting splits of 41, 38, and 72. So he really just has a solid all-around game, but I don't really see his upside becoming a star player at the next level. I could currently see him being taken anywhere between pick 20 all the way down to about 40 or 45, I would say. My second honorable mention combo guard is Trey Alexander from Creighton. Alexander is a score-first guard with shooting splits at the moment of 45, 45, and 80, so he is pretty efficient. If he decided to go pro this year, I would be pretty surprised if he got taken in the first round, but I think plenty of teams would be willing to take a chance on his scoring and be more than happy with spending a second-round pick on him. Now, getting into the top 5 combo guards for this draft class, my number 5 player is Jordan Hawkins out of UConn. Hawkins is one of my favorite returning players this season in college, and he's really, I think, raising his draft stock quite a bit by coming back to school. At the moment, he's averaging right around 14.5 points, while also shooting 40% from 3. And he loves taking threes and pull-up jump shots mid-range, and I really think that this will translate well to the NBA game. Another thing that I've really liked about watching him play this year is his team defense with UConn. Playing on one of the best defensive teams in the whole country, I think it'll prepare him pretty well to shift over to NBA-style defenses. I think he could be able to creep his way up into later lottery to mid-first round, but I would not be surprised at all if you see him taken anywhere between 25 to 35. My number 4 combo guard is Ricky Council IV out of Arkansas. Council is a junior, so he's quite a bit older than the majority of the players that I have on my lists. But I think he really can do it all at a pretty high level. The only thing that hurts him in my mind is his three-point shooting, which hasn't been great this season. But he's proven that he can play with other high-impact players at Arkansas, and I think NBA teams will love that. He plays good defense, he passes, he can rebound decently, and he's also averaging 18 points. You can look up videos on YouTube. They're not too hard to find because he does it so often, but he can really get off the ground and put down some crazy dunks. I love his upside and think that he really could be a pretty high impact player early on in his career. I think he'll be drafted somewhere around the 20th pick, and I really like the upside of Council. My number 3 combo guard is Bryce Sensabaugh out of Ohio State. Sensabaugh has by far been one of the most breakout freshman prospects this season. He's shooting around 60% on pull-up mid-range jumpers, which is just an incredible stat if he's able to keep it up. I don't think he does much. I shouldn't say that. I don't think he does a great job on defense at the moment, But I think that he does try, and that's really a good step in the right direction for improving on defense. He's currently sitting around a 1.2 to 1.5 assist to turnover ratio. So that being in the negative does kind of point to him playing more off ball at the next level. But I think his shot creation is great and teams will be more than willing to take a chance on it. I think he could find his way into later pick in the top 10, but I would project him more late lottery to mid first round. My number 2 combo guard is Anthony Black out of Arkansas. Black is a 6'7", 200-pound guard that I don't think he's really has crazy athleticism, but he has a great body for the NBA, being big and strong, and also just great basketball instincts, able to make good reads, find open players, and hitting them with pretty flashy passes at times. I think his scoring still has quite a bit of room for improvement, but the overall feel and just ability to become a good connector player at the next level, I think teams will be really wanting to get their hands on a player like this. I could see him going anywhere between 7 and 15 in the first round, and I think a lot of teams would be ecstatic if they could get a big playmaker like this on their roster. My number 1 combo guard for this class is Keyonte George out of Baylor. George is definitely a score-first guard, averaging right under 16 points a game at this point of the season. And he's shooting around 33% from 3, but the shot looks really good to me. I really trust it. And he's shooting 83% from the line. So it's believable that this number will jump back up to where it can accurately depict the type of shooter that he is. A lot of people haven't been very high on his playmaking, but I think that kind of gets undervalued with him, especially being a score-first guard. He has shown the ability to find open teammates and rack up assists in certain games. I really think that teams will be up or down on him, kind of varying from their specific needs, but I think he could find his way in the top 10 or potentially fall down to around pick 20. Thanks for watching my video over the top 5 combo guards in this year's draft. I hope you enjoyed it. Up next is wings. I'll try to get that out either later this week or early next. But be sure to check us out on Twitter at +bball. I'm Jace. Thanks for watching Plus Basketball.